Hey YouTube, Happy New Year. I hope that 2012 is a happy and prosperous year for everybody. And from me to you, this will serve as both a video update slash a new camera experiment. What you see right now is that I'm recording with my old flip, and that's because I want to record, I want to test the quality of audio and picture and just everything with the new camera, my Canon HF R200, from which I'll be doing all my videos from now on. I'm going to retain the flip in certain capacities, such as perhaps I'm going to put it down range and maybe do a little something there with the perhaps shooting near or past the camera and looking for bullet snaps and that kind of thing. Anyways, what you're seeing right now is just me panning these two rifles and just showing you, this will be my control, obviously, since this is the old flip. The Canon, which I'll show you in a moment, is just charging right over there. And I just want to compare the quality of the, as I mentioned, picture and audio and everything. I think what you're going to see is a dramatic improvement. I've already tried doing this on the highest settings on the Canon, but unfortunately, my editing program, Microsoft Live Movie Maker, is simply just not up to the task. So let's try this now with the Canon. And now I'm giving this a try. The same thing, same deal. I'm panning and zooming with the new Canon R200. You should notice a vastly improved quality of video as well as audio. There's the old flip just lying there. One of the things that I've noticed looking at the previous footage that I took is that you can hear my voice bouncing off the walls in this small room, which unfortunately I guess is a downturn in quality. What I'm hoping for is that translates into improved audio on the range, and hopefully this isn't one of those cameras that that dampens the sound once it hears something very loud, but we'll have to see. I'm going to zoom in. This camera boasts a 28 times zoom feature, which is a vast improvement over the flip's 8 or 6 times zoom. You can see the barrel markings and some details on the receiver there. The bluing on the bolts. Zoom out and then show you the rest of the rifle. And then we're going to adjust the tripod and move to the Lee Enfield. So there you go. Alright, what I'm going to do next in comparison for the two cameras is having abandoned the tripod, I'm going to give you close-ups of the rifle. I believe this is colloquially called gun pornography, so I hope you enjoy it. Try not to get too excited here. Just moving forward. You should notice that it's fuzzing out the closer we get. I want you to try and note in particular the receiver details. It says BNZ 41. And on the barrel, it says, actually I can't see it through the camera, it says 138 40 RD, which I believe is a Radom barrel. Probably a subcontracted barrel. Again, let's compare the sight graduations in hundreds of meters to the Canon once I get around to that. Now we're just moving forward. All the way to the business end. And then we're just going to move up to the Lee Enfield. Do try and note, if you can, they seem to be repairs in the top handguards. I don't know why, but they seem to be very common, especially behind the rear sight. There always seems to be these two little spliced pieces of wood in there. I'd have to research why. If you guys know, feel free to pipe in. Sight graduations. Serial number should be there. Of course you can't see it because this camera sucks. And then just the detachable box magazine and the bolt charger bridge. Notice the early style button cocking piece, button style cocking piece. And here's the rear stock. Alright, let's give this a go now with the new Canon. And now we're going to try the same exact thing with the new Canon. Starting from the rear. Let's try and look at the receiver markings. There we go, BNZ period 41, 138, 40 RD. You can see it there. The rear sight graduations are now clearly marked, or clearly in focus, I should say. And then we're just going to swap back to the this view here. All the way to the muzzle end. And there's the Lee Enfield. Zoom in. There's the wood repair right there. It's clearly in focus. More wood repairs on the top handguard. Let's go over to the rear sight graduations, and they are in focus. Serial number, which you could not see before, but can clearly see now. Again, I have to tinker with the settings to learn how to manually focus this thing. Charger bridge, detachable box magazine, and finally the stock, the butts. All right. Again, you should notice a huge increase in quality. One of the final things that I want to try with these two cameras in comparison is the audio. So you've heard me talking, and that's obviously one measuring point, but I also want to try the sounds of the rifle themselves. So what I'm going to do is load the Kar 98K with a spent shell, and then just test the sounds of the rifle. And then with the SMLE, the Lee Enfield, I have yet to fire it, so I have no dummy shells or spent shells for it. But I'm just going to cycle it a few times. I think that should be plenty. So let's try that now with the Canon. And now I'm going to try the same thing with the Canon. The same thing with the SMLE. I think that should be plenty. So let's see how that goes.